Final bout of the night of this 42nd annual NWCA All-Star Classic presented by the United States Marine Corps. Big guys, 285 pounds. Tervel Dlagnev out of Nebraska Kearney against Wade Sauer from Cal State Fullerton. Sauer, number 3rd ranked heavyweight in Division I. Dlagnev, the number 1 ranked wrestler in Division II, and he's the first D2 wrestler to be in the main All-Star event since Dan Russell of Portland State back in 1990. The last time this event was here in the Pacific Northwest. Dlagnev has actually won a couple of exhibition bouts and battled in them in the All-Star Classic the last 2 years, but great to recognize the smaller school guys here in the main event. He certainly has the resume for it.
Indeed he does. He's really stepped it up, and he's been one of the leaders of the UNK program at Kearney, Nebraska. They've done a great job. They were national dual champions last year. They're right in the thick of things for the NCAA title every year. Mark Bauer, the head coach, look at that, he snaps him down, how physical. Almost getting back points out of it. Tervel's head coach, Mark Bauer, recruited him out of Texas. He saw his talent, and he's been developing really well.
And he's picking up back points. He handled Sauer last year in Las Vegas and trying to do it again. Sauer stepping in, replacing the injured Dustin Fox at Northwestern. Sauer 6th at the NCAAs last year, grabbing All-America honors for himself. But he's got to work from behind here as Dlagnev gets a couple in the opening minute 30 of the first period.
Tervel's really slick on his feet. He's got good low singles. He moves good. He's an athletic heavyweight. And he actually let Sauer go. You don't see that a lot in the heavyweight division. He's looking to move him more. Look how he pulls. Very good technique. Wow, I wonder if I let him go again. He's going to try to put on technique. So he's been training with Tommy Rollins at Ohio State and with the Nebraska coach. He's been in Division I rooms training this summer and out at the Olympic Training Center. I'm really impressed so far. He's smoking.
And again, a lot of folks think that guys at the Division II, Division III ranks don't have the skills as Division I. This should prove this wrong. 4th at the Senior Men's Freestyle U.S. Nationals this summer in Vegas, and he can get it done against anyone.
Oh yeah, he's the real deal. He'll have a great chance to make the Olympic team 4 years from now. He's one of the most promising heavyweights. Good comeback by Sauer. I'll give him 2 here. Reversal.
A sweet reversal for Sauer, who is not going to go down quietly here, and gets back within 2 in our most active first period of the night. A lot of time, the heavyweights, sometimes you don't see a lot of offense. These guys will be getting after it.
Good to see them going at it. Look at that nice reversal. He's up, he knocks him to his butt, he drives him back in bounds, gets his 2-point reversal. Now Sauer's a great story. He was at Fresno State originally, and Fresno sadly stepped away from the program. The Pac-10, the wrestling keeps improving in high schools, and a couple of these programs are trying to cut and run. Fresno State, Oregon, and there's a big fight against this. And the ADs have made some poor decisions at these schools, and the wrestling community and sports community is working to save these programs at Fresno and Oregon State. And Sauer had to leave Fresno State, and he shows that he can wrestle the big boys. He's ranked 3rd in the country here for Cal.
Final couple of seconds. Dlagnev with the point for the escape. 7-4 at the end of 1, and obviously Ken, with Cole Conrad, 2-time NCAA champ, 76 straight wins gone. This weight class now this year is wide open.
Indeed it is. I mean, Dustin Fox is by far stretch of imagination no sure thing. He was ranked 1st for Northwestern. I mentioned earlier, Bill Scherr's got that nice stable of big guys there, but this is wide open. And Tervel's not going to compete in the Division I Nationals, so you know, Sauer very well could be up against Fox in the finals. There's a lot of opportunities there for guys to come out of nowhere and make some names for themselves.
See Tervel catching a little breather. His headgear has broken, so they're trying to find him a spare set, and he'll make the adjustments.
He's a really dynamic wrestler. He moves great for a heavyweight. When he teaches wrestling, he really brings out some good points. The stuff he's doing by snapping the head and pulling the wrists, that's the kind of stuff he teaches at camps when I see him demonstrate, and he's just so good at moving people. Too many heavyweights stand around. Not Tervel. Well, he's slick.
And he's a loper, and that's a good thing. Loper, the nickname at UNK for the antelope, and he's certainly not a loper on the mat. He is an aggressor. Right now, Sauer, though, on top here to start the second.
Wow, showing a weakness, though. This is good. Sauer's good with legs. He's doing a nice job. Nice swim out. You hear the crowd. The crowd's, whoa, the heavyweight slicks him with a swim out.
Well, 2 on the reversal there for Dlagnev. Now Sauer picks up a point for the escape, so it's 9-5. And this already, not even halfway through the second period, is already our highest scoring bout of the evening.
Pretty neat to see the heavyweights going at it. Gotta love it. These guys are gonna have to head back for the Thanksgiving holidays, get re-energized for a big push on training. The December training cycle is really important to get a lot of technique covered, to get some hard drilling and to set the tempo before you go home for Christmas holidays and what have you. So the next 3 weeks between Thanksgiving and Christmas are a critical training cycle where the coaches need to get a lot done with their athletes from a standpoint of technical development in the wrestling, not just at the college level, but right across the country to all age groups. It's a big time to get a lot of technique across to your team.
As these guys duel here in this second period, kind of slowing down a little bit. We mentioned that Dlagnev and his UNK bunch certainly going to be a favorite in Division II. The Division I ranks, Minnesota, obviously with a lot of guys back, going to be a threat to win it all. Oklahoma State, John Smith certainly got a lot of young guys that he wants to get in the mix. So anybody else out there, in your opinion, on the horizon, going to make a push this year? Iowa State, certainly with Cale Sanderson, looks loaded as well.
Yeah, you took that right off the tip of my tongue, Jay. See, you asked me a question and you answered it yourself. So no, I think those 3 teams are clearly a little better than everybody else. But, we'll see. We got to get the guys out there in the competition, see what develops. But certainly Iowa State, Oklahoma State, and Minnesota have separated themselves a little bit. Michigan's got some good individuals, but I don't think they have the horsepower to go right across the board with everybody.
And we've seen some of those other programs, not in the power conferences, schools like a Hofstra making that move into the upper echelon as well. So some of those programs churning out top quality wrestlers on the individual level and teams as well.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting to see Hofstra making that move, and I got to give a shout out for Lou Ruggiero because I've seen him grow up in my camps and just he keeps getting better and better. At the winter camp we do where he comes and he's just been he's a year-round dedicated guy. He's into it. He's very physical, not a freestyler, but a year-round folk-style wrestler that's always on the mats, always working to better himself during the holidays, during the off-season, and it's showing off. He keeps improving.
Speaking of freestyle, Wade Sauer spent some time at the University Games this summer. 8th in freestyle, 5th in Greco-Roman. So he's a guy that is working in different disciplines right now. Watches Dlagnev throw in another takedown, and he breaks into double digits, up 11-6.
Wow, he faked him out of his shoes there. That was slick. It's just, I see he's got a lot of Tommy rolls in him. Tommy's one of the heavyweights that moves really good. Whereby Cole Conrad and Steve Mocco are 2 great heavyweights that tend to stand around. Tervel moves with a lot of agility and technique.
And we saw Cole throwing in a bunch of serious moves last year, but you get the point. Those guys are much more power aggressive at the heavyweight spot than these guys who seem to be a little bit lighter and a little more active.
Cole Conrad's a body lock guy, not a big slick leg attacker. This will be interesting to see if Tervel can step it up to that level, though. It takes competition day in, day out to get that level. You hear the chants in the background. The fans are yelling, "Save Oregon Wrestling." You can hear it. Throughout the night, they've been announcing the webpage, SaveOregonWrestling.com. They've been pushing it. You hear the crowd roaring.
You get the feeling that folks here in Eugene would like to see events of this magnitude here, and the program at the university. Stick around for more.